Hey everyone, today we are in Philippians 3 7 through 8. Let me read it. It says this: But whatever were gains to me, I now consider loss for the sake of Christ. What is more, I consider everything a loss because of the surpassing worth of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord, for whose sake I have lost all things. I consider them garbage that I may gain Christ. And so, this picture here that Paul is giving us, this image of loss, is like being on a ship and throwing overboard some of those things that are valuable: food, water, things that you need, but you're trying to preserve the life of the people on the boat. And so they're less important. You're throwing them overboard. It's a loss. And Paul is saying these things that he held on to, these theological and moral truths, he has to surrender. He has to get rid of these rituals, these customs, these things that he was holding on to. And he's saying that salvation is a gift from God. It's accepting these gifts. So he's willing to throw overboard these theological and moral convictions that are important, but are less important than knowing Jesus and the power of his salvation. And so I think for us, the question is, what are some of those things that we're holding on to? Ideas, beliefs, moral convictions, expectations we have on our lives, expectations we place on our spouse or even our kids, or this is how you should live. This is how life is supposed to run. This is how the government's supposed to run. This is how Christians are supposed to believe and think and act. And these things are all important. But ask God, what is he calling you to throw overboard? These things are less important than having an intimate, deep, connected relationship to Jesus. And so if you don't know what those are, take a moment and pray and ask God, reveal that to me. What is that thing in my life that is important, but I'm holding on to and I need to just throw overboard? I need to consider it a loss compared to knowing Jesus and the power of his resurrection. Have a great day, everyone.